we're gonna switch up a little bit more funnier stuff before we go back to some serious stuff. Hey man, no, I guess it wouldn't be funny. It's just more of a interesting one. Fani, the lawyer going after Fani Willis, going after Donald Trump, YSL, all these cases, allegedly is what ain't alleged. They got documentation that
it ain't alleged. We can say it is what it is.
Yeah, so they have documentation that shows her dating and hiring a special prosecutor and giving him $640,000 to help out on this case against Donald Trump. Now was married or allegedly separated, married at the time. She has been depositioned by the divorcing wife to talk now during a divorce case.
Oh, shoot.
That's what brought it out, is that they got all the documentation. And it's not like the thing is that they could have got away with this situation. And we'll talk about the political ramifications of it in a second. But they were doing couple stuff, like going on cruises. Like that ain't like, you can't say like, oh,
okay. Just like we talked about in the bonus episode, why must y'all do too much? Why you gotta be out there?
That was just about the political part. Yep. But I'm saying now, if you went to Miami and it's a conference or something, you ain't gonna be able to get caught because it's different stuff going on. But yo, you going on cruises? They went to Napa Valley. They went to like places where it's like you're going with. It's a personal trip. This ain't we going for work conference stuff. And this is my thing this is legally they're trying to maneuver her and try to make her dispose herself. Legally, she's not in trouble because he actually does a great job. They say with his job actually as a special prosecutor, like he's not like doing anything illegal.
Right.
It taints your jury pool. It taints the look of it in general. And if you're going after Donald Trump, you got to live your life like Barack Obama did.
Living my life like it's golden. Like,
no, I'm talking about you can't do nothing.
No, look, you golden. Like when I say golden, it's so straight line.
Yeah, look, if I'm telling you this now, if I was Fani or your name was Fred and you were single and you wanted some, I just ain't gonna be able to fuck for these next 3 years. If I'm going to, no, I'm dead ass because I'm saying this. If this is this important to me, and I know what I'm going up against over these years. I don't need I'm going to work. I'm going to the crib.
But it's also there's a way that you handle business. And then there's a way that you handle your personal
because
life.
You shouldn't have hired him in your office. That's the key.
I'm not going to even say that. I'm not even mad at that. But where you get caught up, it's like you said, what you was doing. How was people finding this out? You clearly posted something. Somebody was hating. You got caught up in this other stuff. You got to be so low key. So low key. Just based on your role and what you're doing, because a lot of places don't like you fraternizing like that anywhere. Majority of jobs. Like, hell, I worked at Nordstrom. Nordstrom don't even want you going out to get a drink with your coworkers after work. Like they don't, because for them it's bad for business, because if some shit go down and they link it everybody together, they firing you, and they do that all the time. All the time. I've seen it happen to so many different groups of friends at Nordstrom. So I'm telling you, like, that's just what it is. So anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to move different. Just, people don't know how to be low key no more and have shit for themselves. And we used to be a civilized country.
And no. And it goes back. Yo, we trying to go after Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say if we still gonna mess around. I'm not gonna go out there to say 3 years. I'm not gonna fuck. That's pretty extreme.
I know. We got the joke.
Yeah, but because I know I can see somebody in the comments being like, "Man, that's some sucker shit."
Because y'all like to come. Some people like to come at us, but it be the algorithm. But we gonna take what we can get. We like the engagement.
But all right, look here. We only gonna be at my crib. Your crib is off limits. Look, hotels only. Like we can't go on trips. I know we may love each other and we digging each other. That's cool.
Right now, it just gotta wait.
It's too much that we can lose with this. Matter of fact, just come through my crib if I'm Fani. That's it. That's the only thing you could. And matter of fact, I was like, that's too much. I was like, the Uber thing to get you caught. I was like,
I was gonna say, I'll call you a car service.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You ain't even driving your car over here.
Yeah, no, you're not even driving your car.
Your Benz ain't gonna be in the front.
No spending night bag. It's nothing like that. It's no.
Well, I'll buy you clothes. I'll buy you clothes and have you clothes over here when you hang out.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I mean, and we only gotta do it for a while because after this case is over and whatever it transpires, then a few months later we can get out and do what we want to do. And if we want to be together, we're in love.
But then, and that's it. That's it.
Like. And it's disappointing, man, because it falls into so many tropes about black people, black women, and like it's just, to me, definitely now I feel like Donald Trump's gonna get off. I have a bad feeling about that because of this.
I don't think he was gonna get off because of this. I just knew he was getting off because he was
white. You said in general.
Yeah, I'm like,
Fani Willis ran on the fact of that I'm this moral person. I don't let nothing like this go within my department. She ran on these things she just had.
Yeah, I mean, and those things can very well still be true.
Yes.
You know, she just
you can't hire the dude you messing with that's married. But first of all, even if he wasn't married, it would still be like, ugh. It would still
it would be too
the
close
fact
to
that he
home.
was married when he was messing with you makes it
that is the one. But she could also spin that like she didn't know. What? Who?
I mean, she hasn't responded to this though. She's trying to tweet through this.
I would just keep it moving. I wouldn't never listen. I'm blind to the bullshit. I don't see it, and I would just keep it moving. But like I said, like ultimately, she could spin that like I didn't know. Like if that ever comes up, just say I wasn't aware. I didn't know. You know, when we started dating, he never wore a ring, so it never even crossed my mind to ask. Sorry, you got to be qualified.
She might be removed. They talking about she might be removed from the case now.
Honestly, at this point, nothing surprises me. I'm not holding my breath for Donald Trump.
You know what, Fanny, you may have to go. It's bigger than this. It's bigger than you. I'm sorry.
I'm like, we know.
I'm bigger than you getting your groove back. It's bigger than you getting your groove back in Aruba with the special prosecutor. We got as what is Nino Brown say? It's bigger than me. What Nino Brown say is bigger than me.
Oh my God, you're so funny. I'm at this point, like I said, like when it comes to this Donald Trump stuff, the fact that this man is still even allowed to, you know, like they didn't impeach him where he couldn't even run again. I already knew what it was. They're not gonna get him caught up. Like it's certain things that's you know, it is my business, but I be minding my black ass business, like Duran Bernard says, okay. And it does affect us, but like I said, it's a lot of people out here that allow these demons and evils to be, and people be like, oh, it was better when Donald Trump was in office. No, the fuck it wasn't. And what we're experiencing now is like the offsets of that shit. Like these are repercussions, and people don't understand. When people don't pay attention to politics and the ins and outs and understand how governments and all of that stuff work. And I'm not gonna sit up here and say Obama is innocent either. But also,
but Trump, the first few years of Trump, he benefited off of all the stuff Obama did build as well.
Yeah.
And when they were like, "Oh, it was so good," you get 2 years of a layoff.
No, and but we know that. And that's basic. That's like basic government 101.
It takes time for shit to fucking go through the system.
So just like how people are like, oh, Obama didn't do anything in his 8 years. And I'm just like, oh, well, actually he did, but it came more toward the end. But we're not going to sit up here. But when you understand politics and you understand the role of the president, right? The president does not have as much power as people would like to think that they do. They benefit off of, or they could be, I'm not gonna say what's the opposite of benefit.
What it be?
It's one of those days.
Yeah.
Where you and not benefited, you know, go the adverse, the opposite for them.
Opposite.
Benefit opposite. And it looks like that they're a failure because there's still powers that may be. He could be vetoed.
Harm, you know, harm. Let's use harm.
Yeah.
Instead of benefit, harm.
Yeah, and but when you know how that works, and when you pay attention to stuff like that, That's why I tell people, I say, I could get y'all not, you don't want to vote for the president or whatever, but at least vote for things at the municipal city level, because those things you'll definitely feel that impact more. When all of that stuff happened. Listen, I grew up in what was that, third ward, fifth ward, wherever Jeffrey Boyd was. Listen, well, I can tell you, you start seeing the decline and shit. And that's also go back to, because I know they only playing aldermans and all of that stuff. When he tried to run against Tashara, I said, what the hell he think he doing? I'm like, because I know my mama been calling you about the crime, the drugs, about everything that's happening, and you ain't showed up and returned that phone call.
But he got jammed up in that.
I know. And I said, every dog has this day. And when my mom told me, I said, are you surprised? And actually, he wasn't running against Tashara. He was running against, he did run against Tashara. Okay. I was like, maybe I'm wrong. I know it was a black.
Yeah, no, he was one of them people in that group of people that was running against Tashara. That is for sure.
I'm like, that's a whole nother conversation that we can have offline, because I ain't trying to stir the folks up in the comments.
But Fani, I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed. And she might have to go, man. Like, Fani, I would love to have you. You gotta take her off the YSL case, because you gotta think about it. If I'm a lawyer, I'm on that. I'm on that. If I'm Young Thug and them,
I think that YSL case, I'm surprised at this rate that case hasn't been thrown out. It's so many things happening there. And I was like, they haven't declared this a mistrial. Like, I was explaining kind of a little bit of the ins and outs and with my sister and telling her the counsel. She's like, who are these people? What's going on? I was like, so many things have been compromised. How are we even, dude, just let the boy go. Y'all let the dude from Bitcoin go. Let him go.
Yeah. And look, this is the thing.
They gave Lucci 20 years today.
Oh, he gonna talk about Fani so bad. And them so bad on his next album. He's not
gonna even understand. He ain't gonna do that, because it sets him up. It sets him up for failure, and he'll always be surveillance because of that. If he did that.
Oh, you saying that today's gonna mess with him regardless?
They gonna mess with him.
But I mean, is he intelligent enough to understand that?
Based on the charges that he has, yes.
Okay.
I'm like, he ain't no dummy. Now he do dumb shit, but he ain't no dummy.
Which are two different things.
Yeah, two different things. Girl, we was rooting for you, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't think this gonna mess it up too much, because I already knew what the outcome was gonna be. And if that's not the outcome of that trial with DT, I will say, you know what? Hey, I fucked up again. I got it wrong.
I don't know, man. Because this one, it's frustrating, because, and it goes back to our conversation on our bonus episode. Go check us out. Go there. When we talk about absolute power corrupts, Fani thought she had it like that too, in a way. What? Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna take my new nigga with me on a trip. He married still, so what? And I'm gonna get him a bag and everything, so he could be up under me all the time.
I'm like, what's the line say on Rise? Falling your way, so you crumble.
It's a. I mean, absolute power corrupts, man. And it's like, man.
Here's the thing. At some point, the blacks are going to be mad at me when I say this. At some point, you think we would learn our lesson. You would think that we would learn our lesson.
It goes back to absolute power corrupting. You get to a point where you think you OJ. It's almost a thing of, I ain't black, I'm OJ. To not necessarily to that extreme, but you think that you're above the regular shit.
Okay. There's a common denominator here, and it's our blackness.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the common denominator. So sorry, bud. You can't do that, because you know how the cookie crumbles for you. It's It's been happening. Oh my God. Next. Speaking of
All right.
blackness.
Yeah. Speaking of blackness,
Hey y'all, if y'all like what y'all see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast with your friends because we got all the tea. And if you want to check out more stuff from us, be sure to hit that button right there on the right side so you can see other stuff and again share it with everybody.